Welcome back to the Minorities Report. I'm Chris.
I'm corrupt.
We're back. Some more stuff. A lot of it mainly comic book stuff. There's a lot of stuff happening in the comic book world. As always, Prop found a video.
Yes.
I'm going to guess it was probably on YouTube trending as always.
No, I looked.
Oh wow, that's a first.
I
Like,
looked-
non-YouTube trending video.
I looked through someone's channel for this. You'll know who they
Oh
are.
boy. Okay, let's see who it is. I have no idea. Much like with every video Cropped brings to the table, I don't know
Alright.
who it is or what it's going to be. So,
Alright.
No.
I'm making a video about him.
Oh no.
So I thought let's
You're gonna make me watch a Nikocado video.
just a little bit of
Dude,
it.
I'm trying to eat.
Wait, are you eating right now?
I'm eating right now.
Fuck.
Fuck, I can power through it. Let's go.
Alright, let's go.
I'm alive, you guys. I have made it out of the heart attack grill. Alive! Yay!
I'm surprised he hasn't had
you
one.
guys, I can't gain weight.
How does this dude not dead? How is he not dead? I'm not saying Nikocado Avocado should die, but I'm just saying all the shit that he eats. Like, how is he not dead? How has he not had a heart attack that finally put him in the grave?
I want to show you a picture of him. Hold on, right quick.
No.
I want to show you a picture of him right quick. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Cause that reminded me of something. I'm like, that's a good point. Let's see. Hold on.
Like, how is he not dead?
Like, how does a man who consumes as much food as Nikocado Avocado does still not dead?
Remember when he was skinny?
Oh my god, yes!
He's like a completely different person.
It's like he just it's like he ate ate a hamburger one day and then just transformed into this. God, is this his superpower to just become really fat? And never get thin again?
I mean, he's on the lame superpower group, he's up there with Dazzler.
I can make fireworks with my hands! Yes, you can, Dazzler. Good job. You know what? You know who's considered to have a lame superpower? Vertigo, but I like Vertigo's powers. Her ability is to just make you really dizzy.
I mean, that's actually useful.
Yeah.
Like, Dazzler's just like, I make lights. I mean, to be fair, then there was also Jubilee's just like, I can make fireworks.
Yay! You know what? You remember the Deadpool video game they made?
Yeah.
You know, he just shoots...
I heard that was pretty good.
He just shoots...
Or was at least entertaining, yeah.
He just shoots Vertigo in the head. That's about it. That's not even a boss fight. He just shoots her in the head. That's it. Alright, let's get back to this monstrosity.
It's really crazy. My dietitian says I'm able to eat as much as I want as long as I have all the food pyramids. Okay, all the food pyramids, because, you know, when I was vegan, I was lacking the pyramids, or the groups.
So, his doctor told him he won't gain weight, and he can eat as much as he wants so long as he has all the food groups. This is probably the most... You know, like, whenever I see Nikocado Avocado, like, I'm afraid that any other... This sounds fucked up, but, like, I'm so afraid that one day I'm gonna meet a gay dude and he's gonna be cool, and then all of a sudden he'll just turn into Nikocado Avocado. That's what I'm afraid
Just don't
of.
let him near food.
One day, like, I'll be like, oh, hey, you're cool as fuck, and then he'll just become this, and I'm like, oh, well, that's sad. I am so mesmerized by how is he this fat and not, like, dead? I am so mesmerized by him. Like, look at this.
Spoke to the manager, and I said, do you have the powder that's... Because they had it in little cups. They had little bowls, because it comes in yellow. And I said, do you have... And she said, huh? And I said, this, and I tried pointing at the bowl in this, and I went like this, and she just walked away. I was like, I want the bowl, because she was the packer. She was like unboxing. I don't think she understood what I was saying.
How dare this woman, like, not understand my retarded request for bowl noodles?
So I tried my best to, try to make it make sense. Trust me, I lived in Colombia. I did a lot of charades. I don't speak Spanish. And I would just be like, more, eat, por favor, more, yeah.
More eat, por favor.
More eat. Yes.
More eat, por favor. What is wrong with... Alright, now I'm gonna get to, like, the intro... And now I'm gonna get to the hungry fat chick. That's literally her name, is the hungry fat chick.
Oh, yeah, they've collabed before, I think.
Yeah, they're collabing in this video, too.
Candy's here! This is Hungry Fat Chick, my BFF of Vegas.
Hey, y'all!
Now, I said in the intro, but in case you skipped it, we're doing collabs on her channel, too. So if you want to see more of her or us together, make sure you subscribe and click the link down in the description box.
Oh my god. She looks like a Snorlax. Oh my gosh, she's built like a fucking Snorlax. How is that possible?
Casted Detective Pikachu 2.
Thank you.
Yay. So, we survived Heart Attack Grill.
Yes, we did.
We did not die.
How are either of these monstrosities even still alive? Like, holy shit.
I would die just eating probably just attempting the third patty. I would die.
Like, I can't even eat, like, more than 2 patties without getting full. And these two ate, like, what is all of this?
Did not die. Well,
Like, 6 burgers at one time.
we are going to try, well, this is her first time having
Yes.
not authentic. Instant jjajangmyeon. Korean jjajangmyeon.
Jjajangmyeon.
Look at that.
Oh.
Hear that?
Oh, it's so thick.
It's very thick.
Oh my lord, can I?
Can you even?
Oh, yes. Oh, that is.
So we have 2 types here. This one's the Korean. This one's more expensive. This one, it's just called black bean noodles. And then this one is champaghetti. I believe it's Chinese. And you're not sure if you've had it. You don't think you have, though?
No, I don't think so. I really don't. I know. The roomie has had it a couple of times, but.
Oh, I just fucking realized there's 5 bowls.
Oh shit, I didn't notice that either! Holy fuck, I didn't even
I
realize
thought they're gonna have a bowl. I thought they're gonna have 1 bowl each. They got 5 fucking bowls.
Like, look at these 2 elephants. Do you really think they could eat, like, 1 bowl of that shit? A piece?
Yes, I could. I could imagine they could eat 1. You're just forgetting the other 2 to 3.
I don't think I tried it. I just.
Well, this is your first time.
Yay, I'm ready.
This is going to be so exciting. Yes, your champaghetti, my champaghetti, and then jjajangmyeon, and whoever wants the third.
There are at least variations. It's not just the same food in every bowl. Except for maybe one of the bowls. One of the bowls is just the same as one of the other ones. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
Still, that is too much.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If they just dumped all of this food into, like, a giant, like...
It would look the same.
Yeah, into a giant pig trough or something, I bet these two would just go to town on it regardless of what the fuck ever it was.
Thick.
Thick.
Very thick.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Mmm. Oh man, what have I been doing with my life? Oh.
I don't need the orgasm sounds. Thank you.
I wish I had muted that. I wish those were edited out of the video because, God, I just
Unnecessary.
oh god damn.
It's very.
Like, so I was reading about this. Apparently, allegedly, he's a fat fetishist, and he gets off on this.
I'm not surprised.
All right, do you want to keep watching whatever this is?
God no. Like I don't understand the appeal of mukbangs. Like I don't understand like what kind of entertainment you get from like watching people eat. It's like one of the most normal, mundane things ever.
Yeah, it's like, why do you want to watch some fat guy eat like a candy bar? I mean,
Oh, with Nikocado, it's fun to make fun of.
yeah,
But like that's it. It's not entertaining to see him eat.
yeah, that's the thing. It's just like I like watching. I like this video because it's fun to make fun of him and his mannerisms and the way he like just acts. And now like he has this fucking pig woman here with him. Like watching that is funny, but like watching him just eat, it's just like, where's the entertainment value from it? What am I supposed to get out of this?
Yeah, that was
Something.
pain.
That was. But was it a beautiful kind of pain?
Oh,
It was just pain.
it was just pain.
God.
We might as well we'll get into the comic book stuff. So
All right, let's go.
hey, who here wants more black superheroes? Corrupt, you're black. Do you want more black superheroes?
I mean, I guess. Yay.
Yes.
Diversity.
Guess what?
I
You're
guess.
gonna get it. You're finally gonna get the representation you've always needed. Ignoring the other cases that we've already had black superheroes, but this one is the more important one.
Oh yeah.
Because apparently, reportedly, we are getting Black Superman, and you're probably thinking, oh, are we getting Calvin Ellis? President Superman.
Icon.
Or are we getting Val Zod from Earth 2? Icon from Milestone? Or hell, are they going to try and make a good adaptation of Steel this time? No. They are doing none of that. The easy options. They're now taking the lazy option of just race swapping Kal-El.
That's
Clark
so
Kent.
lame. Like it's so lame. And then you told me Ron Mars was like, oh well, nobody would recognize like any of those other characters.
So comic book artist, who I would say is only really known for making Kyle Rayner. I think that's it. I don't know Ron Mars from anything else aside the fact that he made Kyle Rayner. That's it.
I'll be honest with you. I only know him as the guy who bitches on Twitter. That's the only thing I know him as.
Like he was talking about this and saying that you shouldn't complain about it. Black race swapping Superman, and then somebody said, well, they could have used all these other characters, the characters I mentioned earlier. And then his excuse was, "Oh, the general public don't know who they are.
No,
but studios would not give people $250 million for nobodies."
Nobody knows who the fuck Shang-Chi is.
Disney is making an MCU film out of him.
Seriously, nobody knows who a lot of these fucking characters are. Who the fuck knew who Jessica Jones was? Like who?
Yeah.
Like I'll be honest with you. Like,
who knew who Iron Fist was, or Luke Cage?
Seriously, like nobody knew who any of these fucking characters were, but they got big because Disney made movies out of them or TV properties out of them. Like, do you really think like they're making shit out of Kamala Khan, who nobody fucking knows except from that shitty Avengers game nobody played? Like, so that's not even an argument. That's such a shitty excuse. Oh, well, nobody would know who those are. Like, that's bullshit. Just make a fucking video. Like, nobody knew who the fuck Miles Morales was. And they made a movie out of it. And then he got popular. It's easy to do that if you're willing to do it. No, you just want to do this lazy subversive route because like it's the thing that'll get the most buzz. That's honestly the only reason they're doing it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the only reason. And also, I'd say that they're only doing it because Superman is popular.
Pretty much. If it wasn't for
Like
the
if you were to compare them, actual like Superman, Kal-El is more popular than Icon and Steel than those characters. So they're gonna go with the most popular. But it's just like we don't need another Superman.
just make that's the only reason they're doing it anyways because it's like and then I guess people would say, "Oh, well, that's Ron Mars's point. He's more popular." But you can easily make Icon or any of these other characters popular. You know what I think? This is what I think. I think they think nobody will give a shit about this character unless it's Superman because Superman is like an iconic white character. That's what I think.
Yeah,
I think they think
it's the
that, I
same.
think they think
It's
nobody will
the
give a
same
shit.
with like, oh, we need Black Batman. It's just like, well, you have Batwing.
Dude,
Like,
you have black characters that could easily do this. They just don't care about that. They're going for what'll get them the most what'll be like the most talked about. And they're like, "Oh, he's white now." I'm sorry, "Oh, he's black now." Like
yeah,
that's about it. It's just because they think that the character won't have it. They think nobody will give a shit, which is ridiculous because like if you make a character and it's a good movie, people will watch it regardless.
yeah, and also it just it's very condescending. It's like, oh yeah, well, the only black characters you people are gonna get are white leftovers.
Pretty much. Oh my god, I've always called them that. They're just hand-me-downs. That's it. It's
Yeah,
hand-me-down diversity.
yeah. Despite the fact that there are black characters, we could adapt them for you. Give you some representation if you.
And, and
But
here,
no, we have to take a white character and make them black in order to represent you.
oh,
Like that's
seriously,
condescending.
it
That's
is.
condescending, and if they did that with like a white, if they took like because we already have an Asian Superman. We
Yeah,
have Keenan Kong, right, new Superman. But
yeah.
if they decided we're gonna take Superman Kal-El and make him Asian to better represent you, like I'd feel insulted. Like, well,
Same
you already
here.
have one.
Why not use him? Like, you know what's funny? You know what I find funny about this whole thing, right? What I find funny about this whole thing. Here's something woke, right? Here's some wokeness for me, which I hate. I hate the shit out of woke shit. But you know what? Here's something that like it kind of shows you how little faith they have in black properties and black characters to draw.
Yeah,
They have no interest. Like they have no faith in black characters to draw an audience without doing shit like this. Because
yeah,
here's the thing, right? Like characters like Kamala Khan aren't fucking like characters like Kamala Khan can come out or any of these other characters who are like literal who's and shit. And I know some people will argue, well, those are different studios. But like I would argue that it's an issue with Hollywood in general that they have no faith or interest in original black properties. So that's why they have to like race swap them and shit. There you go.
yeah.
Like
And
the
it's also kind of ironic they would not use someone like Icon because like the whole point of Milestone was that they saw that there wasn't enough like black representation in superhero comics, so they decided we'll just make our own. And like Icon is like, okay, he's like Superman. He's black.
pretty much.
It's kind of funny. It's like, yeah, I mean, you could have like that would have been like the best choice if you wanted a black Superman, you could have just adapted Icon.
There's so many options you could choose, but you chose this one only because you thought it would generate the most hype and buzz. That's it. That's the only reason you did it. Not because like you wanted to try something different or unique. It's simply because this is the
That's not
only
even
way to
different or
generate.
unique. That's lazy.
Pretty
That's
much
all Hollywood does nowadays. It's like let's just race swap the characters because
race or
we
gender
need more
swaps. Yeah,
diversity.
basically, yeah, it's race or gender swap. We won't bother trying to create new characters or lift up characters that are already black or like they're already black or a woman or something like that. No, we're just gonna race swap them because why the fuck not? That's the only way to get any sort of. It's the only way to get any sort of buzz, or at least that's the only way we think we'll get buzz because we don't have faith in a black character to do anything. We have no faith in black characters. That's what that means. They have no faith in black characters to be successful or to actually capture an audience without race swapping them. That's what the fuck that
Yeah,
is.
like race swapping, gender swapping. Like, I mean, look at Marvel's next one, Eternals. Like Eternals already had like a very like diverse cast,
Yeah.
but then they're like, oh no, look, we have to race or gender swap some of them. It's just like, why?
I mean,
Like, like why did you need to? And, like
if,
there's female members of the Eternals, like all of that. Like you don't need to like gender swap. Like one of them, like, looking up one of the characters, Makari. Makari is like he's deaf. He's like the fastest person, but he's also deaf. But for the film, they're deciding to race swap him. Oh no, not only race swap him, but gender swap. So they did both.
why?
Makari. The Makari's male and seems to be just the photo I see here is white, but he's being portrayed by a black actress.
He's
Like why?
problematic
You have female characters like
because
there already.
he's disabled and they think it'll play good and they think it'll play well in the media to have a disabled POC actress. That's pretty much it. I mean, there's no creativity or thought in any of these changes. It's simply just this will do well in the media or this will get us the most attention because we have no faith in these characters on their own. That's pretty much it. That's why I said like hell, even that's why I said with Marvel that's why I said before it's like it's an issue in my opinion with Hollywood or these Hollywood types where they have no faith in certain characters. They have no faith in black characters. They have no faith in like any of these characters. They just see them as, oh well, nobody will give a shit, so let's do something that we think will be like really subversive and crazy. This will get attention. Like who cares if it's just a hand me down
Yeah.
of a white guy? Fuck it.
The thing is sometimes it can work, but like the main one I could go with is Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Yeah.
He looks nothing like Arthur Curry in the comics, like, at all. But, like well, apart from Justice League, he wasn't particularly good in Justice League, but in Aquaman he was good. Like I actually liked Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Yeah. So
I was
did
okay with his version of it. It can work, but like at least with that one, I didn't think they tried to do the whole like, oh, we need more representation in Justice League.
Yeah, like with that, they made an interesting character choice and character cast. You know,
Yeah,
they made a different character and they let him be. And what's funny is that they actually let him be a character first instead of him being, oh, look at this, he's not white now, he's a completely different race. Yay! He was just a character. You know what?
yeah.
You know what? They did that, and even though it's a terrible movie, what was that? Daredevil. What was the first Daredevil movie? Like, remember the
Oh yeah,
black dude who was
Michael
Kingpin?
Clark Duncan
Yeah, he
played.
was a
Yeah,
fucking great Kingpin.
yeah. Like it can be done well as long as you don't try to do the whole like, oh, we need representation. It's like, well, yeah, that like the comic book characters. There are like many of like different genders, races, sexuality. You don't need to change them.
You really
Just use
don't.
those characters.
Yeah, like
It's like, oh
now,
no, we need black Superman. It's like, well, you have a lot. Oh no, but it needs to be Kal-El. No, it doesn't. Just
seriously,
being lazy.
Not only that,
Being lazy, you're being lazy, and you don't have faith that Icon or Calvin Ellis or Valzon could work.
not only that, but honestly, it feels as a black person, it feels more quote unquote empowering to me to use an original black character because instead of like a white hand me down, because that's something that's unique to the black to a black person. It's like it's something I can say, oh, that represents me. It's not, oh, this is a white guy, they like turned a different shade.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they just colored him black this time. Like, no. I'm not interested. Like, personally, I'm not interested in Superman in blackface. I'm just not.
Considering we've already like, and the thing is, I would also argue, like, what is the point of what is the actual point of race swapping him? There's a lot of people that say, well, he's still going to be the same character. He's just a different race. Okay, so why change his race then?
Like,
What does changing his race? Why is it so important to change his race
and
if he's going to be the same character?
and this is just going to be, and it's going to be like, it's not even going to be the same character anyway. You know what it's going to be about. It's going to be like, boo hoo ma oppression. I'm black and an alien.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's going to be a not so subtle
Critique
message.
on racism.
Alien is actually is a metaphor for black, even though he's
Like,
also black.
I'm a black man in a white society, which is fucking stupid because honestly, outside of that really shallow fucking messaging, it's like you said, it's gonna be basically fundamentally the same character. That's basically
So
it.
like, yeah, well, there is no point to changing the character's race if
Not
he's
really.
still going to be the same.
Pretty much, it's just
Also,
gonna be like,
I
oh
don't-
look,
I
it's
don't-
race in America.
Yeah, and also I don't want another Superman origin story. We had Man of Steel a few years ago. Like, can we not? And then we've currently got the CW one, Superman and Lois. They had like a little peek into like his origin stories as well. Like, we don't need another one. It's like we don't need another kind of
Batman
origin
story.
story. Even though
Oh.
the next one we're getting is the Robert Pattinson one, but that at least actually looks interesting.
Oh, by
Even
the
though
way.
it is another Batman origin story.
Oh, by the way, how is Superman and Lois? Almost
I
said
have
Lewis.
yet to actually check it out.
Superman and Lewis.
Superman and Lewis.
Superman's
As
trans.
Martian
Superman's trans.
would say.
Exactly. Superman's trans boyfriend. There we go. Lewis.
Lewis.
This is my boyfriend, Lewis. He was Lois before, but don't dead name him.
Yeah, but like, yeah, one of the other things is like, yeah, race swapping is like, I don't want another Superman origin story. Which is funny because like, Blade, first film, not a great film, but you don't get the origin story in Blade. Like, it's not like 40 minutes of like him becoming Blade.
No,
He's like he's ready. Just I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire hunter.
like they made him so badass too.
Yeah, it's just a shame that the film is just not that good.
You didn't like the Blade movie? You didn't like the Blade movie?
It's entertaining bad.
What about Blade
It's not
2?
it's not a bad, like, it's not the worst film in existence, but it's not a good film either. Second one, I haven't watched the second or third one in like ages, so I can't really say anything about it.
What about Blade
The first
2?
one is entertaining bad.
Here's a question.
I mean, it has iconic moments that are just like really weird for the character.
You know,
Like when he gets shot at. When he gets shot at, then he's just like, "What the fuck are you thinking? Like, are you out of your goddamn mind?" Just like all of a sudden.
you know what's funny about that? Like they did this weird thing in the movie between him and a vampire lady, where like they had him where like he questioned whether or not he should embrace his like vampire heritage. But like it was so quick and it was so poorly done. It didn't even make sense in the movie. It's just like, because she's just like, should you be taking one of those to like the blood canisters that he takes for like so he
Yeah.
doesn't feed, and then he's just like, I don't know, and then he like doesn't take them and shit. It's so stupid. And then there's a scene where like the vampire lady he's in love with like looks at the sun and dies, and it's like, okay, I guess that was supposed to be like, I guess that it was supposed to be romantic or some shit. It was such a stupid fucking movie. But it was a fun, dumb movie. Like, the Blade movies are dumb fun. Except for one.
Yeah.
Except for three. Three just sounds awful.
Yeah, the little I remember of 3, it wasn't the best. I mean, the first one has the most iconic lines. Some motherfucker's trying to I skate uphill.
Oh, yeah, I heard that he didn't want to say that.
Oh, that was just something he randomly said like on set, and then like again, like the producers or writers or whatever, just like, oh, that sounds cool, let's put it in. And like Wesley Snipes himself was like, no, don't put that in.
That sounds fucking
But
stupid.
they put it in. Yeah, because it is stupid. It makes no sense.
Some motherfuckers always
Like,
trying
but
to
he
ice
just
skate uphill.
kills vampires, and then he's just like, some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill.
Honestly, I would like a Steel movie or any of these other like black characters who could easily like you could easily make like make an entirely new character and do something with it, but they don't have faith in these characters because honestly, I don't believe they don't have faith in black characters, which is funny because you see a character like Falcon and it's like everybody really likes Falcon.
Yeah, he's Captain America now, so.
But-
I mean, we'll have to see how they handle that because the comic version was not good.
Oh my god, like, did you see what happened? Did you hear about, like, the shit show that was, like, what is it, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, apparently? Like, there were episodes that were just like, what the fuck? Like, Falcon and Winter Soldier are, like, arguing in the street, and then some cop pulls up and he's just like, is there a problem there, Bucky? Is this man bothering you? And then they're like, oh no, it's Falcon. I didn't know that was you, sir. Have a nice day. I'm like, this shit is fucking, I can't wait. That's too cringe for me. Like, I heard the rest of it was like, it wasn't so bad. Like, it had like a nuanced message or whatever, but I'm like, that's fucking cringe. You're gonna have to give me a while before I like actually watch it, because that was just too much fucking cringe for me, bro. And then it's
Yeah, so studios, stop being fucking lazy.
stop being racist too, and like actually have faith in black people to in black people to actually attract like an audience. Like, holy shit, fucking Miles Morales.
Not even just black people, just any other race that is white.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not us being like, oh, we can't have white characters. Like, you can have characters of whatever color, or gender, or whatever. Like, there's no need to race swap them.
There really isn't. It just takes away from like it's just a white hand-me-down. Like, holy shit. Like, there's no need to race swap or gender swap characters. There's plenty of original, interesting, unique characters of like various genders and races that you can just use. Just use that. Like, holy shit. Like, give characters the ability to stand on their own. You did it with Shang-Chi. Surely you can do it with like Icon or Steel.
Yeah. Well, I personally don't think this Shang-Chi stuff is going to be like the best thing in the world. It's going to be average.
God, yeah, it's going to be fucking terrible. Like, especially since China's like, this shit looks like garbage anyway.
Yeah, the main demographic audience that they want for that film. And
Exactly.
Just like, yeah, nah, fam, we're out.
There's this YouTuber named Altiori who, like, sometimes I agree with her. She basically was like, they did not make Shang-Chi for China, and I'm like, what? What makes you say that? Why would you assume a demographic that Disney has been trying to court for a long, long while, hence why Mulan is the way Mulan is, and why like they use Rose Tico? Why do you think they wouldn't try to like make make a movie like Shang-Chi for China. Like I just don't understand her argument. It's just, but whatever. Like anyway, like what's the next topic?
Oh, J. Scott Campbell. So popular popular artist J. Scott Campbell finally got sick of the people that were criticizing him. So he decided to fix their artwork because because of how he draws women, according to them. It's all misogynistic, yada yada, all that. I mean, there are legitimate criticisms of how he draws his character, aka they are literally just the same woman, and there is an actual reason why.
They're
Which I'll
all the
get
same
into.
character, yeah.
Yeah, but like overall, his art is good. But like, oh no, misogynistic, yada yada, all that. But like, someone tried to fix his like iconic like Spider-Man cover where like Mary Jane's on the couch, like with like a cup of coffee or something.
Yeah.
Um, that iconic cover. He found it and decided to fix their fix, and that's
Ooh, I
hilarious.
like that. That's hilarious. That's fucking
Yeah,
funny.
he's decided to fix their fix because he noted that like a lot of things were just like really like off, like about how they decided to fix the character, um like how she has like he like said like she has like Popeye arms, like how the lower arm is just like for some reason like it's like bigger than like the rest of the arm or something, like the muscles are more protruding out.
Yeah.
No, stuff like that, criticizing their supposed fix of his artwork. Um, so that was funny. And then all the Tumblrites got angry at him.
Of course. And I said this to you before we went on air, because you know we're such a big podcast that like we go on air anyway. So like I said this to you before, you know what? It's because like they're so hypocritical about like this shit, where they'll take your art and then like disrespect you by quote unquote fixing it because it's problematic. But then when you say something about them, they get really angry. Which is when you say something about their art, they get really angry. Which is why, you know what? Because of that, because of their like hypocritical attitudes and shit, I am perfectly fine with people quote unquote fixing their shitty Tumblr art. Like, if you wanna like play games like that and like shit on somebody else's work by quote unquote fixing it and making it less problematic, then somebody should be able to do the same thing to you. But whenever you do the same thing to them and criticize their art, they freak the fuck out. Because like, how dare you? Like it's so stupid. It's like this fucking moral thing with it's like they seem to think they have some like high moral high ground because when they fix something, it's done for the right reasons. But when you fix their shitty racist fucking artwork, like, oh, how dare you? You've done something bad and wrong. You're trolling them. Like, fuck off. I hate them so fucking much. I hate Tumblr. I hate Tumblr refugees. And I hate the fact that that fucking site is, like, dumped all of its fucking trash all over Twitter. Like, fuck. As you can see,
Yeah.
I'm very calm and rational about this subject.
It's funny, like reading some of the replies. Like someone said to a Scott Campbell is like, "Hey, good job. You made the porn back to porn. Just call it porn, and people will just get it. Or realize you made gays bullshit." I'm assuming that. Oh, you made male gays bullshit that everyone's tired of. Simple as that. Grow up. I'm just like, it's not porn.
Okay. It's like that
It's not
everyone's
porn. Like,
that ev-
there is a very clear difference. Like, and like somebody replied to that person just like, oh, don't show them sucky Machan. They'll lose their shit.
like something male gaze bullshit that everyone's tired of. Like, I don't know. You seem to be obsessed with You seem to be obsessed with it to the point of trying to quote unquote fix it. So clearly, like we're not the only ones. Clearly, like there are people who are still a fan of it, even if you don't want to fucking admit it. Like, fuck off. like male gay shit that everyone's sick of. I don't know. His art still sells really well and it's fucking popular as hell. So I don't know. Clearly, that's not the
Yeah,
case, right?
yeah. And then you had like people saying, it's like, oh, like this is a typical of like of upset virgin, like never touched a woman. And just like you do know he's married. Like
His
J. Scott Campbell is married, and his wife is hot,
his art
and
is
she is
based on his wife.
she is the yeah, she is the inspiration for his artwork.
You know,
For his artwork, yeah.
you know what's funny about all of these like you know what's funny about all these like little ass hurt fucking suburbanite white dudes who like because you know that's who the people mostly complaining about it are like suburbanite fucking like feminist types and shit. What's funny about
Yeah.
that is the fact that they would lose their shit at the fact that a lot of like dojins with like hot anime chicks and shit are largely drawn by women. Not mostly, mind you, but a large demographic of them are women who draw that shit. Who draw like sexy anime girls and shit. A lot of those are fucking women. And they like drawing them sexy and really
Yeah.
scantily clad. That's the thing I find the most funny about that.
Or if one of the Tumblrites is a woman, they'll claim that that women that do that, or someone will point out, I'm a woman and I'm okay with this. It's like, pick me, pick me.
Yeah,
They always use that shitty like comeback.
I
But
hate that shit.
you're just a pick me girl.
I hate that fucking shit so goddamn
It's like,
much.
no, like someone has a different opinion to you. You do not represent everyone of your gender or sexuality,
You know what?
etc.
That's what that faggot task. That's what that faggot task fucking subscribes to. He fucking called me. You can exit that part out if you want. You can remove that part if you want. So.
Whatever.
But like, that's basically what fucking people like Taz called me. They called me like a pick me slave and shit. Like, because like if you have a different opinion than them, they'll call you like the worst shit and say like, "Oh God," because God forbid someone who isn't a white dude would disagree with them. Like, fuck off. Like, holy shit. You know what's funny too? Because like they make like that dude make the comment that everyone's tired of the male gaze. Yeah, like what's popular? What kind of art is popular? What kind of art sells? Cause like it
Yeah.
looks seriously, what kind of art fucking sells? Cause it looks a lot like the quote unquote male gaze to me. As opposed to like seriously, like fuck these people. Like holy shit. They're so like they have such a like they have this like moral high ground shit where everything you do where like they're allowed to basically shit on you and insult you and like not even just critique your art but basically disrespect you as an artist in the process and fucking harass the shit out of you. But like if you say anything to them, anything, they'll fucking block you and then cry about it. Like fuck off. I hate these fucking people. Like holy shit.
I
Like
mean, it's them complaining about this is now also having an unintended effect, because J. Scott Campbell got more followers, and also on his store he got a real like huge sale
nice.
because people are just like, let's buy his stuff.
Like I like J. Scott Campbell stuff. Like his art is so fucking good. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
all his
like his
women,
art.
like I mean, his chicks do all look alike, but like his art's
Yeah,
really
they
fucking
are.
good.
Yeah,
Like that's like one of the few criticisms I'd give his art is that like all the chicks look the same. But
yeah.
like his art is just so fucking good. Like that's something I would like. That is like his art is something I would buy, and I'm glad he's like seeing positive like he's seeing a positive reaction from just like fighting back against this shit. Because I'm so tired of
Well,
them like
I'm pretty sure like at this point, like yeah, like he's just so tired of like the same arguments made against him. Oh, you're objectifying women, you're misogynistic, yada yada yada.
What's funny is that they'll say the most sexist and the most sexist like in like crazy shit about him, and like just the most insulting fucking shit. But then if you say it like, but they're somehow justified in doing so. Oh, I hate these fucking people. Like,
Yeah.
geez. And you know it's funny too. It's usually the same groups of people doing it.
Yeah.
What's funny though is that the comic book industry gives like no fucking support to people, gives no fucking support to people like J. Scott Campbell on Twitter. Like they'll dive on top of like one of their chosen special people to like defend them and say, "Oh, we denounce harassment." But like if somebody like J. Scott Campbell gets like dogpiled and shit, silence. Or he'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
God, this picture of like Nikocado Avocado is just making me physically ill. Oh my god. You know, like like since I'm gonna do a video on him, I was thinking if I should look at his OnlyFans or not.
Probably no.
Like it's just like very dark curiosity as to what it's actually like. I'm afraid of the road I'm going down, Chris. Very afraid.
Yeah, this is weird.
What's that?
I just noticed this.
What's that?
Since we can talk about it, I'm guessing you've heard of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah, of course. We should have watched that sometimes.
I haven't seen their stuff, but I've heard of them.
Oh, you'll like it.
They're going to Kickstarter to make another season.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, why? You guys have money.
Why don't they just make their own? Why don't they just go ahead and make another one? Why do they need Kickstarter?
Like, why? And this is something that I really don't like now. Like people just misusing the point of like Kickstarter, Indiegogo, like crowdfunding in general, especially with comics. Like for example, Nocterra, Scott Snyder's one.
Yeah.
He put that up as an Indiegogo crowdfunding. Yeah, that's just I backed it because I like despite some of my problems with some of my problems with Scott Snyder with a lot of his works, I do like his stuff. I backed it, and then it was announced it was coming out in floppies, distributed by Image.
You know what I'm
like? Okay,
wait. He went on IGG.
I think it was IGG. Yeah, it was either that or Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, because like don't pros on fucking Twitter flip out if you use IGG?
Apparently, yeah.
Like it's just like, oh my god, you can't do that. That's like, it harbors comic skaters. Comic skaters.
But yeah, no, like it's like that defeats the purpose of it being an indie crowdfunding. Like the whole point is just like this is like for the most part exclusive to this. This is a very limited product. You can only get it here.
Like yeah,
but then you're also releasing it in fractions, like a normal comic in stores as well.
Like what's the point?
It wasn't just like because it's also now getting like multiple prints as well. It's just like the actual like comic itself hasn't even shipped.
That's so weird to me. Like some like however.
Why did you need it to be crowdfunded? Yeah. If you could get Image to, I think it's Image that releases it.
Exactly.
If you could get into comic book stores anyway.
Exactly. Like however people may feel about the Pie King, right? Like there's a reason why he uses IGG because like it's a small creator owned product, right? That's the whole point of like Cyberfrolic being put in IGG so that like he can like crowdfund and get enough money to like, pay everything and get it done that way. But like, why would why would Scott Snyder need like IGG or Kickstarter? Like that makes no sense to me. Especially if, like you said, it's just going to be released in comic source anyway.
Yeah, and like, I don't understand that. Like, I don't even have my copy yet. I'm like, shouldn't we get the copies first because we're the ones that backed the project?
Exactly. Like so.
This project was announced like I think like way before it was decided. Like it was announced that it's gonna be released in floppies.
Here's my question here's my question. So people who backed on IGG aren't getting like copies first. They aren't getting their copies first.
I don't know. I don't know if people, at least here me in Australia, because they apparently distribution got like delayed
Yeah.
for like a lot of international backers. So I don't know if maybe people in the US have already got their copies because it's obviously going to be much easier
You know what? Let me
distribution
see.
there.
Hold on. Let me see. What is it called?
But
Nocterra.
Nocterra.
Nocterra. Let me see.
I think it's Nocterra. Yeah.
Nocterra comic. Let me see if it's out already. It's on imagecomics.com. It's already out on like comic books and shit.
Yeah, that's the floppies, the individual floppies. It's not. It's only got like its third or fourth issue out, I think.
Let me see. Yeah, like it's like you said, it's already out. It's Comic Book Roundup, Comixology. It's already been like massively released on like all these other platforms and shit. So why Indiegogo?
Yeah, like I don't
Kickstarter?
understand because they also did that with the Keanu Reeves comic.
Oh, Berserker. Like that was weird. Like so I've heard so that was weird
Yeah, that
to
was
me
weird
too.
because that was weird because that was Image or no or Dynamite or no, I think it was Image. Yeah, like Image that was releasing that one, and they decided we're gonna crowdfund it, but we're not releasing everything at the same time.
That's so weird. Why?
Like the volumes would be released at separate dates.
Like what's
But then they were like, "Oh no, we're also we're going to be releasing floppies in store."
like
That defeats the purpose of crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Of it being an indie project.
Yeah,
because it's not. Because it's from. It may not be one of the big two comics, but it is a comic book company. It is a well-known comic book company.
I mean, yeah, if it's a company, it already has company resources behind it. Like I could see if this was a special limited product that they're crowdfunding for. It's just like this is a special product. It's only going to be limited for like the people who back it, and that's it. But I mean, if it's going to be released in stores anyway, then why put it on? Then why put it on Comics Out? Then why put it on Indiegogo in the first fucking place? Like, what's the point?
Yeah, like that's why me and Quill were talking about it. That's why we were both kind of worried about the Inferno Girl Red one. The Toku inspired Indiegogo.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna like is like Image because it's being Image is helping with it. It's like, oh no, they're gonna release it in floppies, but no, that one is just like, no, this is entirely just Kickstarter. Image is going to be the one that's helping with like the production and everything. They just needed it to be funded. I think they're the ones that the Image will make the trade or the hardcover or whatever. But they're not going to release it individually as floppies. I'm like, okay, that's good. That's what we expect from like a crowdfunding, but not like Nocterra and Berserker that have like, here's the products that aren't even out, but you can also get them as individual floppies. And also, if those floppies are going to be put into a trade, that's going to be cheaper than what I paid for.
Seriously, like it's such a weird business model because it's like if you're not going to release, if you're going to put it on Indiegogo or Kickstarter, whatever, I don't care. But then why release it as floppies in stores? What's the point of
Yeah, like
that?
the only different and incentive is that the version I got is signed. That's it. Because a standard soft cover unsigned is 25 US. So that's way more than like a standard image trade.
You know, we're gonna have to call this the episode nobody watched because, like, we're talking about like deep comic book lore, right?
Who cares?
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, like it's weird. Like I don't know why. Like, if you're going to crowdfund a comic, keep it solely on that. You can have an option where you're just like, we'll make copies that, you know, if comic book shops want this in their stores, there's an option there. A lot of people do that.
Yeah,
A lot of that crowdfund comics have that option to have like get like 6 copies for your store,
yeah, like
a certain amount of copies for your store.
exactly, but that's it. Like, instead, though, this just feels. You know what it feels like? It feels like just a regular comic book release with just extra steps.
Yeah.
It feels so pointless because it's like you were gonna release it in stores anyway. So then, what? Because here's my thing about Berserker, right? I didn't know that it was released in stores. I thought it was something that was mostly just an Indiegogo exclusive.
Well, it was Kickstarter, but
I'm
yeah.
sorry, Kickstarter. So then, what was the point of releasing it in stores? I mean, at that point, you're just releasing a typical comic book. I mean, and if it's to gauge interest, you can do that by release. Like that would already happen once you released it in stores, and you could gauge interest that way. I don't honestly
Yeah.
see. I don't honestly see the point in it. Like Berserker raised so much fucking money too, and they're like, "Oh, look at how successful Berserker was." Yeah, but Berserker was also released normally in stores. It might as well just be a normal comic book, even though it's basically just a Netflix movie. But whatever. That's another story. Like, have you noticed that that's what comic books are nowadays? They're just like movie pitches. And
Yeah,
shit?
comics nowadays are just kind of designed to be adapted TVs and films.
Yeah,
That's all they care about.
pretty much. It's just like, oh, we'll just make, like, that's what all people want to go on. Oh, that's all people want now is to like get their money from like Netflix or fucking Hulu or like movies and shit. It's like, is this, and if it's serious, and if that is seriously like the pitch is to make it a fucking Netflix movie or some stupid shit like that, like, what's the point of even making comic books anymore? Why not just make like scripts with a comic book cover and be like, there you go. Like, holy shit. Anyway, sorry for ranting, Chris. Go ahead.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, here's our next move. Can you imagine Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, the movie?
Oh no.
Played by
Let's see how that would work.
played by the fat chick from Thunder Force.
Which one?
Oh, that's a good point. The white one, I guess. Oh my god, both of them, because like she has a black friend, right?
Yeah.
They can
Octavia Spencer and Melissa McCarthy. Yeah.
yeah, they can both be the they can both
Dual role.
yeah, they can do a dual role. Exactly. There you go. We still gotta watch that, and that shit looks so painful. Oh my god.
Oh boy. Oh yeah.
Only psychopaths have superpowers.
What you're saying that our protagonists are psychopaths, essentially. They have superpowers.
Seems like it. Oh yeah, cause like they get like and apparently there's like a dude who has like crab arms and legs, and then he crab walks away and shit.
Comedy. Aha.
I laughed. I really did. Because I was told to. This is the... How do you feel
So
about...
yeah, that's what you get from like. I think that's a Paul Feige, because he's Melissa McCarthy's husband,
Oh...
Paul Feig. I think his name is, yeah.
He's not the Ghostbusters guy, is he?
He is the Ghostbuster guy.
Ew, really? No wonder it looks so
Yep.
terrible.
Oh, actually, no, he didn't do Thunder Force. Huh.
Who did Thunder Force?
I don't know. Let's have a look. Thunder Force. Um, Ben Falcone. Oh no, he's the one that's married to Melissa McCarthy. Okay, I
Lucky.
thought it was Paul. Thought it was Paul Feig. No, he's the
Lucky
one that's
devil.
married to.
There we go.
Lucky devil.
Oh, thank you for the gift that is America shot. That is Gabby Rivera's fucking backstory being completely erased.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I guess we can end it on there. Yeah, like, yeah. So, and the latest, because I kind of just forgot that America has a comic right now. It's a mini series.
Yeah.
Apparently they are. It seems to be they are retconning the
Parallel utopian.
the
It's like
all female. Yeah, the utopian.
in parallel. The utopian.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me fuck it. I'm gonna fucking.
Utopian Parallel, I think it was called.
Let me see. Shit. It was in our. Here we go. Here, let me see. Let me read it so we can be professional here. All right. The utopian parallel. There we go. The utopian parallel.
But yeah, it seems like they're retconning the all female lesbian dimension. They're making it into something that's as cringy. It's like, oh, it's actually an island owned by rich white people.
And our mothers were doctors from the Bronx, yo. Like, you know, this is a little racial. I'm getting a little racial here. This whole thing feels very. So. It feels like this is what this feels like. This comic feels like it was written by people who have never grown up outside of like who grew up in like who grew up sheltered in a very 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 rich white suburb and have like no experience with other classes of people but except for like TV shows and shit, and they're like, yeah bruh, this is what people in the Bronx would say, or the bad parts of New York. It just comes off as like people who are like super out of touch. Like, holy shit. And that's not to say that you can't grow up in a white area and like not be in touch. You can. It's just that these people feel like they are not.
Yeah.
That's what people in the Bronx would say, yo. The Bronx. Our mothers were from Harlem. It's kind of like, remember those old cartoons that used to have like Australians and shit, and every time they showed like an Australian character, he was dressed like Crocodile Dundee?
Yes.
That's what that reminds me of.
That's just Australia.
Oh shit, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like Kano from fucking Mortal Kombat. And how people think Australians act. That's what that reminds me of. It's like that. It's like when people who grew up in a completely different area think like people from like other communities act like. Oh, it's like Kano from fucking Mortal Kombat, how he was like really over the top and he cursed like every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's like, Australians say cunt a lot, right? Yeah, they say cunt a lot, right? Yeah, they have really thick accents and they go Aussie, 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 Aussie.
Yes, exactly.
Like, even though you know what's funny? Even though we had relatively little topics to talk about, we can still go over an hour
Yeah,
pretty
that's fine.
easily. I remember you told me that like you would hate if we ever went 3 hours long because it would be hell for you to edit.
Well, luckily the 2 hour one we did was easy because the majority of it was just Mortal Kombat, so there wasn't much to change.
Oh yeah, we had to cut out the big chunk of us just talking about random shit, didn't we?
I know I kept that in.
Oh, nice. I
You
haven't
said, you
watched it
said to
yet.
keep that in.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I usually watch the videos. I usually watch the videos, but like I haven't watched that one yet because I haven't been home for more than an hour. So there you go. Oh yeah, and we were gonna ask people if they wanted us to like, if they wanted us to basically like talk about random shit and things that interested us instead of like a particular topic. I feel like we could do
Or
that.
do a live version of this.
Yeah, yeah, that would
Well,
actually be fun.
that'll probably be like after my fucking schedule clears up.
Oh yeah, that would actually be fun. We can do like a live version and people can like ask us things. Like so.
Yeah.
Like so tell us. What kind of ice cream do you guys like? Like we didn't even get any real questions when we did an ask us anything. We got like just retarded fucking shit. Like fucking Soul is like grape juice or apple juice. It's like, are you fucking serious, nigga? Really? Really? That's what you're gonna fucking ask us? Grape juice or apple juice? Like, what kind of fucking nigga asks somebody questions like that? Also, bro, I'm tempted to make a Twitter again. I kind of miss it. I miss getting into fights with random people.
It's up to you.
Switch would get so fucking pissed off at me, though.
Everyone would get pissed off at you.
That's not, they would, actually. They would get really pissed off at me. They'd be like, I thought you said you weren't going to make another Twitter account corrupt. And I'm like, oh, I know, but like, you said you weren't. You said you weren't. You were going to stay off of Twitter. We want you to stay off of Twitter. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. I'll stay off of Twitter. Like, but I have no way of like keeping in touch with my peoples if I'm on Twitter though.
Your peoples.
Exactly. Like fucking all the fucking 12-year-olds who watch my videos. Here you go. Oh shit. Guess what?
You want to keep in touch with them? I'd say no.
Oh, guess what? My demographics, all my videos do slant young. I always thought I always like joked about it. But no, it does. I guess children really do love like cringe. Although the shit that I talk about on my videos, I'm not entirely sure I want my demographic to skew young.
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
Like there's
Probably not.
let me tell you about a tweet that is in a new video that I'm making. It's the first one. It goes like a 6-year-old sent me a dick pic. Call that young nudie. I'm like, do I really want people who are young exposed to my videos? Because that just makes me feel like a creep.
Yeah.
Oh, another tweet is something like 19 but pussy tight like I'm 9. And I'm just like, is this like these are serious ass people on fucking Twitter, like making just like the most ridiculous fucking like tweets, and I'm like, and I'm wondering, and I'm like, huh, do I really want to go back and talk to the people who would be watching my videos though? Because I could probably end up in jail or accused of being a groomer or something.
Probably, yeah.
I'll get James Charles or some shit. What does it let me say? Let me see. Stroking my meat to pictures of her dad because they brought. Here we go. Stroking my meat to pictures of her dad because they both got the same facial structure. I'm like,
Okay.
what the fuck? Like let me see. I don't know what this is. Like that's the type of like weird shit that's the type of weird shit that I got on. Here we go. Tired of masturbating. I just want to clone my body so I can give myself a blowjob. Like that's the type of weird shit that's on Twitter right now.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, let me see. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, here we go. Also, let me see. Let me find another weird one right quick before we go off here. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Oh wait, shit. It's fucked up. Hold on. Let me see. So I'll just read another one right quick before we leave. Fun fact. My cousin killed 3 people, but he's also really hot, laughing my ass off. What?
Sure.
And then there's a classic. Siblings by chance, lovers by choice. Alright, there you go.
It's a classic, yeah.
Like I had Nerd and Switch react to like some of the shit that I was gonna put in my video. And Switch's only reaction was, it's Twitter.
Of course, yes.
Oh my god, I've never even seen this one. It's a picture of a fish. And somebody went, stop, why is he, she, they so cute? And somebody asked, are you afraid to misgender a fish? I was like, what? Anyway, fuck it. That's enough fucking Twitter comments for right now. So we totally like derailed this fucking like video.
Yeah.
Feel free to like chop out the random Twitter bits.
Sure, whatever.
Alright. So I cannot stop looking at this picture of like fucking Nick Avocado as a meat canyon monster. It looks so fucking disturbing. But like, alright, so I am corrupt.
I'm Chris.
We'll be back. Wait, hold on. Wait before we do this. What do you want to talk about next time?
No, we'll have to watch Thunder Force.
Oh right,
Pair it with another,
oh right,
other film.
right. Colors from the space and colors from
Colorado
space.
Space.
Colorado Space and fucking Thunder Force. I forgot about the fuck. Like I'm old, but I'm not that old. God damn. Like you're gonna have to remind me what day it is soon. Anyway, so I am wait, I almost said I am Chris. Hold on, wait. I am corrupt.
I'm Chris.
And this is it for, oh my fucking god, let me do it again. I'm corrupt.
And I'm Chris.
And that concludes this evening's Minorities Report. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back next time with a compare and contrast of Colors Out of Space and Thunder Force. I like
how good film and Thunder Force.
Thunder Force explains itself. Like the name explains itself. Like, you know what's fucking funny about that though? It's like it sounds so much more professional that it sounds so much more professional than it really is. It's like a compare and contrast between these two brilliant films.
Yes.
When in reality, it's just us kind of talking about why we hate one movie and why we like the other. In the most low budget ass way possible. But that's how we do it. That's how we like to do it here. We like to keep it classy. Alright, so thank you again for joining us. I will see you next time.
Bye.